My good people, how's it going? It's your boy Frank with another video. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are staying safe. We are having floods here on our side, so please help someone that you know, help someone that is in need. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about a Ford Ranger Raptor with the 2-liter TDCI engine, twin turbo, I would say BTDI or whatever, how they call it. So it had problems with the turbos, so we did the diagnosis and we did the repair. So stay with us. And so this is the 2-liter EcoBoost engine fitted with a bi-turbo. And what was happening with this one, it was having a P0299 error, which means that it was having low boost. So I went ahead and disassembled the turbo and the progressing over there. And if we look just there, it's very impossible to turn that load, the bigger turbo, right? So I'd say it's the low pressure side, if I'm not mistaken. So what we'll go ahead and do actually is to disassemble the whole turbo, because we do need to replace it. We will be replacing the turbo cores with some billet ones for upgrades, of course, and to ensure that at least it lasts longer. So basically I will be tearing it down. It's a pretty much long process and tedious process, so I will not bother as much with the disassemble process. So we managed to remove the turbos. Man, this was painful. This was really painful. And this is the turbo back there that's not spinning. As you can see, I'm putting my finger, but it doesn't spin at all. But for example, if you look, this one up here on front, I can just easily spin it without any problem. So now it's time to disassemble it. I'll just start with the water lines, the oil return light lines, and then I should be able to remove the front of the turbo. So after spending some time dismantling the turbo, as you guys can see, that's the housing right there, the rear housing, and this is the front housing of both. So this is the big turbo that failed, and it has a lot amount of play right here. If I just poke it from the back, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but that's a lot of play right here, right there. And consequently, you guys can see right here on the housing, the wheels were scrapping, as you guys can see right here. And try to get some focus. So yeah, the wheel was spinning, was prepping there, and there were so many metal shavings right here on the back. That's why it was stuck, and you can see that right now. At least it can turn. And this, you can see definitely, comparing the both housings, you can see that there are no scratching marks on the rear one, but on the smaller one, but on this one we do have. But on the smaller one also the bearing was really bad. It was starting to leak oil right here from the back, and this ended up causing the veins to become stuck, so we'll have to free them up, because if I just push this back and forth I can't move it all, and this is not supposed to. But if we try to look in terms of play, this one comparing to the other one was still in good condition. So for that we do have those brand new turbo cores that we will be placing up on those two turbos. So we'll go ahead and start cleaning up the parts, make sure that everything is clean as much as we can, and then we'll start doing the assembly process. So I was working on the vanes, and as you can see right there, they now can work, which is good, because we would have fixed everything else, but we would have problems with the vanes, so we didn't want that. So I think now I can go ahead and start mounting back everything. So just got the low pressure the high pressure turbo, the smaller one, installed, as I'm showing right there. As you can see, the vanes are now working, so now it's time to do the same with the lower side. So now I have both sides replaced, working as it should, as you guys are seeing over there. So now it's time to reassemble the front covers, and we should be good to go. We are pretty much done here. All the turbos are spinning as they should, as you're seeing over there. So now it's time to take out this bad boy and insert back to the car. So finally we got everything back together, as you're probably seeing there. I just swapped out the oil, changed the oil and filter using that one. So now I think we are ready to go. Oh, I'm just missing the connector here for the MAF sensor, and we should be good to go. Okay, I'm inside the cabin now. Moment of truth. Ignition on. Oh yeah, started right away. Oh man, started right away. So good, man. I just need to clean up the check engine error and we should be good to go. Oh yeah, I can deal the turbo. That's nice. Good people, so we are right now driving the Raptor, and as you can see right there, no check engine errors. I've been testing out the car and it's driving fine, at least from this time period that I've been testing it out. So I would say that this is a successfully repair, because the car is driving as it should, as you guys can see right there. All the gears are changing accordingly. So this is a successful repair. Tomorrow I'll be washing up the car, ensure that everything it's clean as it should, because we do have some oil leaks from the oil change that I did. So I need to address that and make sure that everything looks clean as it should before the customer comes to pick it up. So that's it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was really pretty nice to see the engine performing as it should. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will make sure to answer them, and I hope to see you around. Cheers.